Andrew from Megabots. They are making the world more epic, one giant robot at a time, which goes with us because we're conquering the world one word at a time. So we're sort of
robots. They're about the same scale.
We may have to fight each other someday. Hopefully, in one of these epically giant robots. So these guys are making all of your adolescent and even maybe midnight dreams come true with giant robots. And can you tell us a little bit more about the project?
Yeah, so there's three of us that all started out with the same dream that everyone has, these giant robots that we see in the movies, the video games. And we thought, it's about time that we make this happen. And so we had the skill sets, we had the means, we had the desire, a little bit of craziness to make it happen. So, alright, this was all built in 4 months, everything you see here. We're going to build the rest of it, but the first thing we wanted to do is put it on Kickstarter this month to see if the world is ready for giant fighting robots. We're talking sports league of these giant robots walking around, fighting each other, and we want to know that the mass is ready for this type of event.
So I guess the first question that you have to ask, since you guys said you had the skill sets, what is your background to build giant robots? Did you go to giant robot school?
We did. We actually went to engineering schools across the country. So whether it be Boston, Oklahoma, Minnesota, all across the world, it goes from aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. We all have the skill sets. We all worked in robotics to some degree or another. And so it's one of those things where we all have the different skill sets to make it happen. So me, one of the founders, is an amazing mechanical designer. We put things together. You can see the visualization of how this will look in an engineering sense. I do a lot of the fabrication for the power, and then Matt does all the controls, the brains behind all those things.
So the scope of it is that it's going to be this fully autonomous, moving machine. What do you think the top speed on it is going to be? Is it going to be clunky, or are these things going to be like, are they going to be exciting, massive machines?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing is it's not autonomous. Remember, there's 2 people that sit inside of this and pilot it, right? And these things are going to move at least at the speed of a normal walking human. So like you're going to be walking next to this thing and see these giant legs move next to your head. And you got to remember, these things are going to be 15,000 pounds. So think about it, like this is 2 tons, 7 tons. Each step it takes, it's going to move the earth. You're going to feel each step. It's going to be a massive time of years.
It's amazing. So what kind of considerations for, besides logistics, safety come into mind when you're building a machine like this?
Yeah, we go to extreme measures to make sure that anyone who's inside this machine is safe, because there is a sense of danger. You're 15 feet high up in the air, you're fighting other robots, you're making all these different actions with this. So from like 5-strap harnesses and helmets and roll cages and things that you can see and things like NASCAR.
As far as organization is concerned, you guys are the 3 primaries in your company. So how have you funded? Because we heard you saying before that it cost $250,000 to put this together, and you guys are moving on to Kickstarter for the next step. How did you fund it before, and how much are you looking for in your Kickstarter?
Sure thing. Yeah, we started off with some crazy investors who believed our idea and really thought that we could make this happen. And so the investors have helped us get to where we are today. Obviously with some of our own money out of our pockets as well. The Kickstarter, we're looking at 7 figures to make it happen. I mean, this thing is not small, it has to be big. So it's going to cost some money. It's going to cost some money to build 2 or 3 of these, maybe even 4 of them, and have it in a giant arena wherever the world wants us.
So another thing that I heard that was really intriguing is that these things are actually, they fall apart. If you shoot it enough in one spot, it's going to fall apart. How does that work? I mean, not, obviously I don't want you to ruin any of your patents or anything like that, but how does that work in terms of visualizing maintenance and also keeping the match going?
Yeah, so the cool thing about the robot is it's all modularized. So each of the arms, the limbs, the pieces of it can be pulled apart and operate independently of the center body. So that way, at least for a lot of interesting game dynamics of how to structure that, as well as a lot of quick replaceable parts. I mean, I think it's the same things relate to how the interchangeable parts that happened in the Industrial Revolution do the same thing, making everything modular and being independent.
Do you have concerns that you are going to destroy humanity with this thing?
Well, I always keep an eye out for Sarah Connor. You never know where she could be, but there's always a concern. You never know when Skynet's going to go out.
Yeah, right. Like, what if I just cut my arm open right now and it was a machine?
I would probably die. It'd be cool. And the robots would get sent in and then kill everyone here.
Right. So that's not so much a concern because they are actually manpower.
They are manpower. They are in the control of it.
Is there anything that the robots are designed to do automatically?
Yeah, so some of the targeting systems, some of the walking motion, so like you don't have to take each step with it. You point a direction and it knows how to do the algorithms, mathematical models to get into the right spot. And so those pieces will be done for you. It's going to feel like you're in a video game, but real life. You're going to be in a cockpit holding 2 joysticks, running around, moving around the arms, moving the legs, and that's what we're doing.
So would you say that you guys really enjoyed watching Gundam?
Yeah, you know, Gundam, Robotech, all those games. Like, I mean, I played a lot of Xenogears, right? So like, those type of games where you're like, why can't I be inside one? You're like, what's preventing it? And we asked ourselves this question, and now, like, well, nothing's stopping us.
So in the future, what do you expect the game is going to look like? Do you think it'll evolve into a team of robots versus a team of robots? Or do you really anticipate it'll be like a one-on-one or free-for-all situation?
So I would say, like, take a look at like Halo, Call of Duty, those type of matches where you have these people playing in different, like whether it's like free-for-all, 1v1, 3v3, capture the flag, elimination, team elimination. It really depends though on the success of the kitchen. So you know, we raise X amount of dollars, we can do 2 robots. We can raise my side, do 3 robots, 4 robots. It changes the game dynamics of the campaign games.
Do you anticipate that these are going to be in outdoor stadiums?
You know, as long as the terrain is suitable for the type of walking motions that we're going to do here, we can be inside or outside, wherever we want to go. And really what we're going to do here is we're going to leave it to the people that Kickstarter. Whoever, which city donates the most money, that's what we're going to hold in first arenas.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you have any inroads already for dealing with the stadiums? Have you spoken with them about?
Yeah. So we've talked to some already. We've talked to some networks and syndications. We're already in the works. Everyone's really excited about this. They see this as like the next evolution of sports.
Absolutely.
And so do we. And so now we're just figuring out all the logistics. Everything has to come together. You know, it's probably going to be a year before everything's all together and up and running. But you know, it's going to give us time to build the robots, walk down the place, buy the world, and come see the first ever flying robot event.
Fantastic. I'm really excited to see it. If you ever need any copywriters, let us know. I hope this
Thanks a lot.
greatest success. Thank you so much. Brandon Melendez here with Andrew from Megabots, and we hope to wear some kind of crazy jersey for this someday.